Hey, today we're going to be seasoning our ribeye steak with a very simple type of seasoning. We're going to go salt, pepper, garlic powder with the addition of a commercial product by kosmosq called cow cover. Great seasoning, little chili flavor to it, makes a wonderful steak. Got a lot of options on the market for steak seasoning, depending on what you like. As mentioned, you can go individual, salt, pepper, garlic. Fantastic, makes a great steak. If you want an all-in-one type seasoning, this is Suckle Buster's SPG, salt, pepper, garlic rub. It's a little bit of a coarser grind, works fantastic. All these seasonings are top shelf seasonings. kosmosq's Texas beef, when I'm doing a Steak Cook-Off Association ribeye cook, I use this, makes money. Fantastic seasoning. Everyone recognizes Montreal steak. Fantastic on tri-tips, any type of steak. Coarse ground, wonderful way to go. Easy to find in any store. Getting into some specialty type rubs, Big Papa Smokers, Cash Cow. Fantastic beef seasoning, available at bigpapasmokers.com. Along with Money, a championship rub, a little more complex, a little deeper flavor, a little smoother, a little sweetness to it. It's their Money rub, another winner. And last but not least, Blues Hog, Bold and Beefy. Peppery, beefy flavor. Fantastic. So today, these are some of the options that I brought out to show you for seasoning a ribeye. As I said, we're going to go with traditional salt, pepper, garlic, and a little cash cow on our steak seasoning. The way I like lighting my pit, today we're going to be using our PK grill with grill grates. It's a steak cooking beast. I love this thing. Cast aluminum, never rot, never rust, and lasts forever. The charcoal I like using is B&B lump. I'm going to be lighting with wax cubes. 15 minutes later, you'll see the chimney burning clean, no smoke to speak of coming out the top, and that's when your coals are ready to spread. I think one of the biggest mistakes people make is they light their chimney and they wait till the coals burn down and then they have half chimney of charcoal and you're losing out on all that heat. Literally 15 minutes from lighting, this is going to be ready to go. I got a chimney full of charcoal. I'm using 2 wax cubes. I'm going to light the cubes, set my charcoal on top of it, and wait for it to burn clean. 15 minutes. I'm ready to spread the charcoal out, put my grill grates on top, and about 10 minutes after that, we're going to be ready to cook this steak. All right, we're going to start seasoning this steak up. Good amount of salt. This is about 1.25 inch thick ribeye. It can take a lot of salt. This is just fine ground sea salt. I'm going to do a little garlic powder and fresh ground black pepper. Always use fresh ground. You get a better flavor. The oils haven't gone south on you. A little kosmosq's cow cover. It's going to give it a great color, great flavor. It's a backyard cook. If I was doing competition, definitely do it differently. All right, so we're going to turn this over. Your tongue touches both sides. Make sure you season both sides. So the big argument is, how long do you leave the seasonings on before you cook? And that's a good amount of debate. You'll find a lot of information that says leave it salted for no less than 30 minutes, no more than 2 hours. Salt will draw the moisture out of the steak, dissolve the salt, and then it kind of reabsorbs back in. If you don't have a minimum of 30 minutes, they say salting it 5 minutes before grilling is the way to go. So our steak is now going to sit. We're waiting for the charcoal to finish up, and then we're going to cook this. I'm going to spread the coals now. We're We're only cooking on one side of the grate, so I'm not interested in distributing the coals across the whole side. I want to concentrate that heat to the place where I'm going to be cooking the steak. I'm going to grab the grill grate and put that on. As you can see, nice heavy thick welder's gloves, essential for barbecue and grilling. All right, some of the tools that I find very helpful in barbecuing, smoking. First and foremost, ThermalWorks thermal pin, one of the most widely used, most accurate pins on the market. Any professional cook, barbecue team uses one of these. They read within 2 seconds, are ultra accurate. Another tool I use a whole lot is a ThermalWorks time stick, used to keep track of my cook, what the next step is. I can put it in to alarm me in 20 minutes. Alarm goes off. If I need to check the clock, it has a clock on it. For staying on a cook plan, invaluable. Now, I'm not sponsored by ThermalWorks. I bought these with my own money, and that's just the way it is, but I stand behind their products. I like them a lot and had good success with them. Another tool that I'm using today, though most people won't have one at home, is an infrared thermometer. I'm using this to judge the temperature of the grill grates. I'm looking for a really hot grill grate. I want about 550 to 600, 625 degrees to sear this steak off. We're gonna put some nice grill marks on it. It's gonna be a pretty fast cook. It's gonna be all of about 5 minutes total on an inch and a quarter ribeye. Let's check our temperature here. About 575 degrees. So at this point, we're gonna cook a ribeye. Good to go. I'm gonna set my timer. 1 minute, 45 seconds per turn is what I'm gonna do. I also have a bowl here with some butter with garlic powder and a little cash cow in it or cow cover, excuse me, to give it a little more flavor and to help keep it moist. So at this point, here's how we cook a ribeye steak. Start my timer, close the lid, but it's a great day to cook steak no matter what. So we got about another minute and 10 seconds before I make my first turn on the steak. And we're gonna move the steak 45 degrees. And that's gonna give us that nice hatch mark of char on the steak, which everybody really likes. We all like it when we go to a restaurant and you see that. Now there's a lot of ways to cook ribeyes. You can cook them on just a regular grate. You could pan cook them on cast iron, gives a fabulous char. One of the funnest ways to cook them is directly on the charcoal. Now to do that, you have to use 100% natural lump charcoal, not briquettes. And you light your chimney the same way, get it red hot, lay your charcoal out, fan off the charcoal till it's nice and red, and you put your steak directly on that charcoal. You're going to leave it there for about 3 minutes. You're going to use a pair of tongs, pick it up, fan the charcoal off, flip the steak over, put it down for another 3 minutes. If you like it medium rare medium, you're looking for about 130 degree temperature, and that's where the thermal pin comes in. You know, some people say they can tell by feeling. That's great. Science is here for a reason. All right, it's time for first turn. Once again, 45 degrees. Put it on a cutting board and let it rest. 10 minutes. The thicker the steak, a little bit longer rest. And that's the secret to a great steak. Let the thing rest. Don't mess with it. Don't screw it up. Don't get in the way. Take it off, let it rest. That's where you'll have a nice, moist, juicy steak. So we're going to start basting this with this butter garlic powder right after the next turn. And you notice I haven't stuck the temperature probe in it yet because I don't need to. I'm only cooking on the one side so far. Once I turn it over and after the first turn, then I'll start assessing where my internal steak temperature is. What questions do you have? Put them down in the comment section. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the bell. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell. Get notified when we put content up. Hey, Part Time BBQ is here to show you how we do things. There's a lot of ways to barbecue and grill. They're all good. They all produce great steaks. All the methods I mentioned today are fantastic. Today, this is what I'm doing. If you do something different, put it down in the comments. Let me know. Let's learn together. Steak cooking's great fun. If you get a chance, go on to the Steak Cook-Off Association website. Look for a steak cook-off in your area. It's a great way to get involved in competition cooking. All right, here we go. Look at that char mark. And we're gonna lay it back down. Take off our dirty glove. We're gonna baste it with some butter and garlic. And hey, what's better than being outside with your friends, family, cooking a steak, and having a little fun competition. And did I mention you get 2 steaks with your sign-in? And the nice thing is you only turn in 1. So you can eat the other. You can cut it up and sample it, give it away to friends, whatever you'd like to do. All right, let's start probing this and see where we're at. Boom, I'm about 119, 120 degrees, which is right where I expect it to be. We're gonna make another turn. This is the little cutting board I was using. For all you germaphobes, don't worry about it. The cooked steak's not gonna go on the side with the raw steak. It's gonna go on the clean side, okay? Once that's done, we're taking it inside and letting it rest. For how long? 10 minutes. Now at this point, I'm not looking for time. I'm looking for temperature, and I'm using my thermal pen. And I am 129 to 132 degrees, depending on where I probe it at. This thing is coming off. Going on to our cutting board, and we're gonna head inside and let this rest. All right, the 10-minute resting period is over. This was a backyard cook ribeye steak, about an inch, inch and an eighth, give or take. I didn't do a competition trim. As you can see, it's still got the fat tail on it and a little fat here. That's okay. I'm gonna cut it off, feed it to Duke, the official mascot of Part-Time BBQ. He's gonna enjoy it. Right now, we're gonna cut into the steak, see what it looks like. So here we go. And there is a perfectly cooked, medium rare ribeye steak. Hey, that's the way it's done. Part-Time BBQ ribeye steak cook. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Once again, hit that notification button so you see new content as it's uploaded. If you have questions, put them in the comment. We respond. If you have suggestions, put them in the comment. I read them. Hey, it's a good time barbecuing. We had a great time today. We hope you learned something. We hope you enjoyed the video.